Hi guys, Andrew Coates, owner and co-founder of Salt Studios here. So today in the making, I'm just going to give you a few tips when it comes to taking photos on your smartphone. Hi, Andrew Coates back again. So just giving you today a few tips just with taking photos on your smartphone. So this week with Pokemon Go released in the laneway here, we've seen plenty of people walking down looking at their phones and that sort of thing, but we've got some great street art, some murals on the walls here, some cool textures around the place, so it is quite a good place to take photos. But yeah, I've seen a lot of people just purely focused on phones and things like that. So when you're out and about, social media, playing games, whatever it is on your phone, just look around as well. There's usually some cool stuff to take photos of. So in the actual capture process of taking the photo on your phone, they have a few little tips and tricks and little cheats you can put into your phone. So I'm an iPhone user, so I'm not exactly sure with other devices how they work, but I know with the iPhone in the camera settings, you can turn on the grid. So that's basically 2 vertical lines and 2 horizontal lines across the top of your screen, and that helps to use the rule of thirds that I spoke about a couple of weeks ago. So it's good to put your interest points just offset a little bit, or top and bottom, just so it's not cutting the photo in half horizontally or vertically. Another good one to use is perspective. So don't be afraid to kneel down with your shots when you're using a camera, or stand up high, and it just gives a bit of a different angle to look at rather than just seeing everything at your eye level. So another one with an iPhone is when you touch the screen, you can scroll up and down, click and drag up and down, and that helps to either lighten your photo or darken your photo. So the camera will take get the shot of what it thinks is the right brightness, but sometimes if there's a window in the shot or someone's got black clothing on, it can sort of throw it out of whack a little bit. So having that manual adjustment means you just get that right brightness in the photo. So just a couple of things in the actual capture process of taking the photo that makes sure you can get it as close to perfect as you can when you're taking the photo. So when it comes to editing your photos, there's plenty of apps and software out there that your phones can use to improve photos a little. So one of the most popular ones, I guess, for photo editing is called Snapseed. So it's like a Photoshop Lite, so it's got a lot of adjustments you can do across your photos as far as color and brightness and blur and that sort of thing, but you can also edit selective areas of your photo. So if you've just got one patch of the photo that's a bit bright or a bit dark, you can edit that, which is something you can do in Photoshop. But being able to do it on your phone just means you can do it on the go, that sort of thing. So another one to alter the look of your photos called VSCO. So it's an app that gives a bit of a film look to your photos. So you won't have that digital, really super punchy, bright, colourful, contrasty look. It just gives it a bit more of an old school sort of feel. There's other filters in it as well, but some of the film ones are really good in VSCO. So one of the other ones is called Facetune. So it's for removing skin blemishes and skin imperfections, that sort of thing. Does it all fairly automatically, but you can tweak it as well to adjust as you're going along with that. So the last one is Enlight, it's called, and it's probably a bit more of a complex version of Snapseed, so it's got a lot finer adjustments. It does take a bit to get the hang of, but once you've got it, you've got a lot of control over what your photos look like. So probably the last one to go through is not so much a photo editing software, but it's called Nextures, so textures with an M, but it allows you to put overlays on your photos, so you can put a textured, so it gives it can give it like a watercolor or a painting sort of look, and just gives it a bit of a different sort of feel to if you've just taken the photo straight out of the camera. So a few little tips and tricks when it comes to taking photos with your phone. So when you're out and about, just look up, look down, don't just sort of be too fixed into what you're doing. Always be aware of what your surroundings are, and there can be some great shots around. So always happy to help. Our website, saltstudios.net.au, or my personal website with my wedding work, andrewcoates.net.au. Any questions, comments, videos you'd like to do, please drop me a line. I'm always happy to help.